Poussière à la poussière.
Ambazonians, greetings to every one of you. What a beautiful Monday. Again, Monday, July the 7th. A wonderful day. We're in the 7th month and today is the 7th. So this is a curious and a prophetic day in this revolution and program, The Awareness. Welcome to the program, fellow Ambazonians. Greetings to you all. And we are happy to know that you all are doing very well out there and that you are waxing strong, standing strong, believing God for a free Ambazonia. That belief is what we are here to make that belief to be more stronger. It is often said that a man with 1,000 francs in his bag and has hope for tomorrow is better than a man with $20,000 francs in his bag and does not have hope for tomorrow. I use the CN so that you can understand the language I'm talking. And I've let you all to know that most of the time when we come on the air here, we are addressing most of the times those of you in the home front because you are our concern. And so what am I trying to say? Hope is very, very important. So we are glad that you all have hope for tomorrow. Even if we are last 1,000, you have hope for tomorrow. You are better than somebody who has 100,000 and has no hope for tomorrow. And so, fellow Ambazonians, once again, it's a joy in my heart to welcome all of you to the program today here on Ambazonian State Radio and Television, ASR TV. Before we go to our talk of the day and to bring our panelists on the podium, let me give you a brief that I had prepared for today. My monologue is geared in line with one of the key things we're going to be talking on today, and that is on the call of justice, the call for justice. Dearly beloved Ambazonians, The other day, we woke up to see a very nice audio made by one of our very prominent Ambazonians, calling for Ambazonians to prepare themselves and be united, just as people in the north are being united, people in the east are being united. And the question was, what are we Southern Cameroonians doing, even though he used the word Anglophone? We'll be talking on that a little bit today, but I drew my monologue from there because in the video that we're going to be watching today from our brother, he made mention of the fact that there can be no justice in a land where the state of the union, or what are the state of the form of the state, is not known. I look at the sincerity in the heart of our brother, but it looks like sometimes our people are very, very naive in the thinking. Today, my monologue is geared on the fact that there can be no justice from an unrighteous. There can be no justice from an unrighteous government. One of the things we're going to be talking on today is the fact that there will be no elections in Ambazonia. But let me even assume that there will be elections in Ambazonia, that we are part of the elections of the La Republic of Cameroon. What justice will you have from that election? There can be no justice from an unjudged judge, an unjust nation like La Republic. Why waste your time to go vote when you know that the election was long decided before you went to vote? Is that insanity? For 50 years, people continue to be deceived by the same rogue regime, and we deceive ourselves and make as though we don't reason ahead. Fellow Ambazonians, there shall be no elections in Ambazonia. Why? Because Ambazonians have grown up from that illusion and do not want to be deceived anymore by these rogue politicians that come when there is election. They promise heaven and earth, and at the end, we vote for them, or you go and participate in the election, and after that, nothing happens. When former President Ayok Tabe declared our independence in September 2020, in October 2017, when our independence was declared, we already made it clear to the nation of Ambazonia that we are no longer part of La Republic du Cameroon. And so from 2017, all mayors are illegal. From 2017, all SDOs are illegal. All forces of occupation are illegal in Ambazonia. Anybody working for the colonial government in Yaoundé is illegal in Ambazonia. And so when we see our own calling for people to say, let's unite and fight also to get power, in what way are you going to get the power? The most united time that we united as Anglophone, let me use his own words, were in the days of Frundi, when the Ambazonian people in those days, still known as Anglophones, rallied behind Nijon Frundi, who won. And we have heard this spoken on the La Republique televisions. I don't know why there's this guy that come out, was giving the entire scenario of what took place. That Frundi won the election, but when they decided that night, they said they cannot give Frundi the election. It must be rigged. And so me, I'm asking those Anglophones fools, or those Anglophones, the way Francophones call you, that are still talking about election in Ambazonia, that is it now when they rejected Frundi's winning that the international community knew, even France itself knew that Frundi won the election. When that election was rejected, is it now that one of you can ever win an election in French Cameroon? So today, Ambazonians, I come to tell you that don't participate in any elections that French Cameroon is organizing in our country. And don't listen from no political leader, whether they call themselves men or women of God, whether they call themselves barristers, whether they call themselves apostles, whether they call themselves whatever name. There shall be no elections in the Southern Cameroons, because there will never be any justice gotten from an unjust government like that of Yaoundé. When you accept to go do an election with Yaoundé, you are saying that we are one country with them. But we already declare our independence. We are reaffirm our independence. I was voted for a 64-member country at the United Nations voted for our independence. And so we are not going to legitimate the elections of La République du Cameroon by saying that we're part of them. So please, let me be warned, you are not allowed to go out for any elections. We say this because we don't want to be deceived any further. For so long we have been deceived by the rogue regime of Yaoundé. Right now, they are still trying to decide who they are going to give their presidency to. And it has nothing to do with the election. Whether there will be election or not, they already know who they are going to give their presidency to. And so don't follow this, our brothers that are seeking for their own stomach food to eat. Coming to now. And so, Fazonians, as we continue in the program today, we'll be talking more. But before I call off my monologue, let me read a scripture here. Jeremiah 22 verse 3 says, "Thus says the Lord, do justice and righteousness, and deliver from the hands of the oppressor him who has been robbed. And do no worry, and do no wrong or violence to the resident aliens, the faithless or the fatherless and the widows, nor shed innocent blood in this place." Brethren, the scripture is telling us here that thus says the Lord, justice and righteousness are to be delivered from the hands of the oppressor. We must deliver ourselves from the hands of the oppressor by standing for justice and righteousness. Have we ever seen righteousness and justice from the Yaoundé government? No. In common council election, they rig it. Parliamentary election, they rig it. Presidential election, there is nothing that you can ever receive from Yaoundé that is just. Everything is corrupted from Yaoundé. And so please, Ambazonians, we have stood up and we are still standing up that justice and righteousness must be delivered to the people of Ambazonia, and we deliver from the hands of the Yaoundé. And we will not allow ourselves to be robbed anymore, and we will stand a free nation sooner than later. God bless you. At this time, I would like to bring members of my panel on at this time for us to continue in the program today. It's a lot in our package, and I want to request that you invite somebody to join you or share the link of the Ambazonian State Radio and Television. If it's on Facebook, or if you're watching us from your television set back in the home front, let our people know that we are live again on July the 7th. This before I give a room for my panel to greet you. Today is the 7th, and today, the 7th day in the talking about perfection. we are declaring that the things we are going to be telling you from this studio today and this month are the key things that God is going to use to bring about the perfection of the release and the freedom of the people of Southern Cameroons to be an independent nation on their own. There's a curious day, curious moment, a wonderful time, and I can see in the studio already Congress Paul Dillon and SOS Congress Elat, Dr. Elat. Let me start with you, Congress Paul. Thank you for a fantastic show yesterday, even though I've not had time to watch it yet because my yesterday was very, very shook up. But I know the echoes tell us it was a wonderful program. You can welcome the people of Congress Paul. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Pastor Victor. I am honored to be on set today again with SOS. SOS, welcome. And as the lion that you are, I want to say power to that elbow. I throw a salute for people for home front. We, Papa, Mama, them brothers and sisters, we picking them back home for the continuous resistance and resilience. Above all, at the throw 100 gun salute for we brave warriors, for we living legend, them where they back home, they defend motherland, where they give their all, they don't give their everything, they don't sacrifice their life. They say enough is enough. We go fight today till the day reach Boya. And I also extend my solidarity this moment with the people for Ngokotunja and for Bui. Ngokotunja because Major General, the only boy, be declare a lockdown and Bui be give 48 hours ultimatum for this colonial deal for Ngokotunja for meet up with the demands of Major General the only bro or Bui go continue, it go take over with the lockdown. So my solidarity with these people them for this county. And also want for throw a salute for we producer them, the people with the day behind the machine. Dr. Amos, Chairman Dr. Ade and with Chairman Paemos and also Chief Oben. So as the program they go, we go to unveil today. Go hot today. Talk will be how we SOS day today. So okay, me say are they covered? Welcome once more SOS. Okay, thank you, Pastor Victor.
A comforting thing for me to have, especially you and SOS Dr. Ella, because if I had 5 or 10 of you like this on this program who speak the no-nonsense things, who know the compromise nothing, I tell you, sir, SOS, salute your people them. And they always be happy when you do on the show because we tell them what they need for year. Welcome to the show, Dr. Elad.
Well, thank you very much, Pastor Victor, and very, 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 very big thank for you always being there. And I want to thank the panelists, Comrade Paul. I follow you yesterday, man. You hit it, and I took plenty because you are giving the real history of the fight. Not be any fabricated thing. Again, I salute all of the viewers, the technical team, and our people at home front. The lockdown today, I've just read the news coming, how some people are crying for peace. Well, if you see them crying like that for peace, know that they are feeling the heat. I mean, not our people feeling the heat. I mean, the people who are crying indirectly are La Republique, because our people have seen that they can't do anything. They are just noisemakers, toothless bulldogs, the people of La Republique, so-called militias or military. So I want to thank our fighters. And again, I join with Comrade Paul for congratulate Major Generals, Colonial, whether na SD or they call it or na whatever they call it. If you don't adhere to this call, then the next person will be you. And if you are, I know you are listening to us. Get it right from my mouth. If you don't do what they are telling you by releasing those children, that the devil of your type can go in and kidnap children and put in your dungeons. I mean, your time will come, Mr. So-called colonial, whatever they call you. So I want to thank all our people for today, the 7th, and all those where they make this ASR TV they happen. Thank you guys so much, because here you get only the truth and nothing else but the truth. And the more you're coming next time, bring your friends, your families to come and listen for the truth. Those who are behind there saying that thing don't start die down, the war is finished, this and that, lying you people, fake election. Some people coming there that we should stand together like Bobala. All those things will be spoken today. So I want to thank you again, and let's kick off from there. Thank you, Pastor Victor, and all the other panelists that will be coming soon.
Thank you, SS. It's always a pleasure. Dorothy, thank you for joining us. You're looking so pretty. You are welcome to the show. You can greet the people of
Always,
Amazonia before
always.
we get into our program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Victor. Good to see you. We are in the fight. Thank you for coming on board. Not to talk of our producers who make it possible. Fellow Amazonians, I just want to greet you, to say it's always a pleasure, as I always say, to come on Monday. They did. Sounds, if it is effective, it means we are moving forward. And then in the diaspora, if the awareness is on, it means we are moving forward. So ASR TV is a symbol to say whether we are moving forward or not. So as long as there is an awareness program on ASR TV, Ambazonians be rest assured that we are moving forward. My greetings to the fighters. Thank you for holding the ground, so that La Republique will not have any excuse this year at the United Nations General Assembly in September, because that is always their excuse. But you have denied them. I don't think the community will buy their excuses this year. I believe so, and I'm hoping so. Fellow Ambazonians in the prisons, the refugees, those in the diaspora who are suffering, who wish to go home but cannot go home, we say we are on course. We are on course. Be hopeful. Be hopeful. Things are looking bright for us. So just be hopeful and continue to resist in any way possible that you can. We'll some more. Thank you so much. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Welcome to the program. It's always a pleasure having all of you. I know We might be having Dr. Tita joining us in the course of the program, but we will go ahead with the program today. The first thing I wanted to start talking on today is the fact that there shall be no election in Ambazonia. We want to make the people of Ambazonia to know categorically clear that, in fact, when I was still on ABC, there was a program I brought up sometime, and I asked the question to Ambazonia. I said, or I made that program, I said, we must be resolute to stand for justice to a point that even if an Ambazonian to become president of the Republic, we cannot accept to be part of that nation. Even if they remove Patterson from jail and say, come and become the Republic, we will not be part of that country. So this is the kind of resolute that Ambazonians should have taken by now. So that when you hear any of these things that our people come and talk out there, you will not be moved. But before we even go to the video, Paul, let me ask you this as you begin. When we say that there should be no election in or there shall be no election in Amazonia, let's give the people of Amazonia 2 reasons why we cannot participate in the elections. That's 2 reasons. I know there are many reasons why we can give them. But just for us to get an input, let's open their minds to know why when we say this thing. I don't say anything just for space. That 1,001 reasons, just 2 reasons from each of you. Let's open the brains of our minds to know why we cannot participate in the election.
Thank you, Pastor Victor. Ma put on for preaching. The first aspect, I know Dr. Ella, he get the technicality for that for this answer as a diplomat, but I try for put on for my own local way. The first aspect, now by virtue of the fact say on the 1st of October 2017, we former president Siseko Ayok Tabe he officially declared Ambazonia an independence territory. He declared the independence of the former British Southern Cameroons, now the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. It means by virtue of that declaration, La Republique no get no right for come inside Ambazonia can conduct any election. Based on the chapter 1608 for United Nations, we give you the power for make that declaration. We give you the authority for boldly make that pronouncement on the 1st of October 2017. I think for me, now one of the reasons then that the first reason that way election no fit ever take place for inside Ambazonia. A foreign country no fit commode can make election for inside our country. Now the first aspect. The second aspect now say we there for active war. Since 2017, day for war with La Republique. So how any war zone no be safe for conduct any election? We did dispute our identity. We did tell La Republique, say, una no get no legitimate right for enter inside we country. La Republique say no, they get right. So they enter for inside we country, they start the burn house, they kill people, they do all kind of terrible things. Then we young boy them, we young girls them, they decide for take arm, for defend themselves, and for defend the declaration for we independence. So since that 2017 till today, fights today inside Ambazonia. So how you want can conduct a free and credible election for inside Ambazonia? It not be possible. It not be possible. There is a state army inside Ambazonia. So how you want to take your own army? So there is there's an infringement of the right of the people of Ambazonia. So by virtue of these 2 aspects, say Our independence has been declared backed by a United Nations charter, and the fact that we are currently fighting on the ground. We are currently, of recent, for the past 3 months since we start Ambassador State Radio and Television, every Sunday when they see the action, the way that they come up for ground. So it shows that we're there for active war. So I believe say this, for these two aspects, Dr. Elad I think will talk more better. But for me, these two aspects, there is enough. Say election not supposed to be for inside Ambazonia. Thank you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you so much. I just want to say we will start this program like this because there are so many reasons why. Dr. Elad, you feel add to that? Any reason why we are telling the people of Ambazonia that there shall be no La Republic election in the nation of Southern Cameroon, so that they should know this thing? We are not just saying because we want to say it. There are legal backings to why we are saying. Thank you, Dr. Elad.
Yeah, thank you again, Pastor Victor. Comrade Paul Nilong don't hammer the really aspect for them by invoking the Article 1608, which give the legal right for Ambazonia to exist. And then imagine say Ambazonia we get people where they there for Nigeria. We get people that are there for Ghana. We come out with from Ambazo conduct election in or Nigeria as territorial violation. But when we want to talk too much on this legal side of the issue, some people they will talk say, "We're not there for that on that thing. Will be one Cameroon," as you don't see people like Asanga them they talk, or Bogbala them, all those people. Because those people then they under what they call and say control and pleasure. Okay. Now, for the past time, control will be the way where they terrorize people, punish people. If you try to agitate on your right, they jail you. But they don't come now for another system where they use now a pleasure for calm down them, let them deceive them, say they be involved into the society, for make them look somehow important. Them some little chips for chop, as to see that they divide bread for La Republic side, that they come for Ambazonia, can't give them small tips for money. They feel say, okay, they be recognized. But as I talk, say, we really go out of the diplomatic and legal part of it. We will come in the humanitarian sense of the issue. I don't see inside Ambazonia the most talk where they inside Ambazonia, because they talk about Camto mostly now for that side for La Republique where the Bamleke and they, and even for come towards Douala. But inside Ambazonia, one here all the time as CPDM. Another thing where you hear na Paul Biya. Now, we'll just take a break. We'll really take a break. The world is not as close as before. Will be the year Peter Esoka. They give report for football. That means we the listen radio, see how we play and they play for. Now we just have to take we own eyes with the see. We get social media, WhatsApp, AI, we get everything. We wait to wait it happen for wherever, however, we the see. They recall a moving corpse, a dead person where enough even identify who side they. for be president for una country, Ambazonia, may can rule Ambazonians. You dey see when they go for campaign, you dey see this colonial governor, he dey shout with something for a hand, woman, they go talk for them. You so-called whoever this Naloa professor, who he go for Victoria, where the law of nature catch it, water wash all their nonsense where they want go do for them. Nothing. But think for una self, Ambazonians, think for your head. Say the person that he can't talk about it, una never ever see it for life. Una see na only a picture. For this modern world, day today, 2025, 21st century, we see election for America, Donald Trump win. You see election for Poland. You see election even for neighboring Nigeria. Forget about whatever, however, they say the election go. You see election for Gabon. You see election for Namibia, for Tanzania. You see the people the way they want to be president. They come go from villages to villages. You see the one them for Uganda, even talk say they do whatever they do. But you see the person where want to be president. He go campaign for be president. And then for Ambazonia, some other people that he can't tell una about Paul Biya. And then una sit down for when I go vote, because another year no other party inside Ambazonia where any man this year, anything where they do. Even he own second hand, what they call Shiroma. He go for a country for his own. He go move crowd where they talk. Although all who know say that their plan live for just split up things for come carry and get and back. We know that one. But at least he go stand for the talk. Who said the person where they can't tell we inside Ambazonia say na he the president way a moving corpse. Person where mummy where they don't die like the Egyptian people they don't die long time they go drop them for grave. Then they bring and can't stand it. Inject all kind chemical for his skin if he waka on around. What a disgrace. How una see the outside world for look una? If una no know, Pastor Victor Mo tell these people if they don't know how people they laugh we, if they don't know how people they look at us, if they don't know why all these things that they call and say migration, that they want to send people them back, that they want to say move just say so-called Cameroonian them back for their country and all those things. If una no know say na because of that thing, more una know today. We get capable people them. For Ambazonia, yeah, just yesterday I did discuss with some Chadian. He make a statement say a country not will be a country if you not get a people, if you not get a territory, and the three things that we get forget: the people, the territory, and whatever the number three. I tell you, say we get all those things. When I explain the guy everything about Ambazonia, I just take phone, I put on there, I write about Federal Republic of Ambazonia. I show him for email reader. He just confirm. I give it a history from 1954. I talk about with Prime Minister them what we don't get. We get a government, we get a territory, we get the people. I tell you about the joining, all those stories. He was shocked. And then I give you example for tell us where the people that for you and the one try to play with games. For tell we say when they not want small countries they for break away. I give them here Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Israel, all those small countries. The way some of them not even reach 3 million, where they be countries. Then worst of all, some country there, I think Iceland. If una check them, una go check the population for Iceland. They not reach 500,000, but there is a country. But not only for we for Africa, where a country of with the talk say we did 10 million, we are about 12 to 13 million Amazonia. They say we're too small for breakaway. So, fellow Amazonians, a day for down there, a the hope say, a go do election. I go elect who? More take the last election, they will be see Bob Bala be go to make some drama, say the day for constitution for follow up. Where the person where she down as the chief judge need to understand a single word for English. Bob Bala they broke what a gramophone on a which kind of phone. He just sit down, the look is all a picture. After that intervention, whether we say what a come to win or who be win after that intervention. Who don't come for inside Amazonia for all the side, the warana for Meme, for Fako, for Kupe Maninguba, for Ndian, for Manu, for all those side them. Go for Gokutunja, for Buya and other side. Who una don't see them? Come see una. Now election they come according to them. They come again for una side. Una today happy say they know una. I get first-hand information. First-hand. John Gute go for Victoria. There is seen only he hand more head for Armored Car. He not even put his foot for down. For Victoria, for his own side where he come out. I talk John Gute. He was there, I think 1 week. After they bury my, they play with Armored Car.
Dr. Ellard will elaborate on those ones when time comes. There's a lot we'll talk about the whole thing. I just wanted two things so that the people know what we are trying to paint the picture to them. Then we'll be elaborating. Please, thank you so much. Dorothy, let me get you two things. Yes. Dorothy, let me get you two factors that you want to persuade the people of Amazonia and say they cannot accept any La Republic election in Southern Cameroon.
Yes. Thank you, Pastor Victor. For add to way Comrade Paul and Dr. Elaron talk, they don't really talk elaborately. My 2 points now say, a first fool is not a fool. When you're there inside darkness, you need to see. And then they can't bring light, you need to see. Which kind of excuse they for you again for still fall inside hole? Which kind of excuse you will say you need to see? You need to see the danger where they for front you. This we don't already say we want be on we own. We don't first be on we own from 1954 to 1961. We get with government, we live in peace, prosper. We even be more than La Republique for economy. We be very strong economically. We get with banks and we get airport where they not be even get. And then they come some who join them, we agree for join them, we check say they will be brothers, but they reject we and they don't show them for we. Say they not like we. Thank God say records they day. We know La Republique, it be Greece, it go federal, then the federation, it not be ever be consummated. Now we know, say the federation not be consummated. So why we go allow them they can vote? Not be one. They know one we. If person know one you, you go only there for you. You only the hang for you. Now number one that. Number one, I say you know one be a second fool. Because now you know. You be operate in darkness, you know be known. Now you know. Say God we don't make you a free nation and it give you all the rights. The second thing I say, if we not allow them in the convoy, them say we not the confused international community. They say, but just when I talk to I not like the people there. Now how come when I vote again for the same vote for the same president? Now for cause confusion and now for a setback to we fight. That means we not go stay for this miserable situation where we not there. If we not even want to show any semblance, so we not get anything in common with La Republic, where we not do it together. They like boyfriend and girlfriend where they do quarrel. Then they go say they want go for judge. Then they want see the boyfriend and the girlfriend they come inside this one motor for go for the judge. The judge go look when I say you are a joker. People are not serious. So Ambazonians, we will not make that mistake. Oh, forefathers have been make them. We don't see say na do or die this for we. We want live. We want more picking to get a good future, a good life. Me all refugees that go back. So if not think that way you want them, no vote. Any person will come for you say you want to talk about election. We will not shame the person. We will not drive them. Thank you, Pastor Victor. Pastor Victor. Okay. Okay. Well, Ambazonians, you cannot allow La Republic. Your main focus should be to get them out of your land, not entertaining elections.
Yeah, I'm sorry that there was a lagging in our internet there, but thank you for covering in that short space of time. I was just saying that we are trying to let the people of Amazonia know why this is an illegal for us to go for any election with La Republic people. It's illegal. We have been treated illegally for so many years. No legality, we cannot go back to the illegal form of state that was existing. There is no union treaty binding us with La Republic of Cameroon. So the relationship was an illegal relationship. And so they deceived us for 50-something years. Now we've come to our senses and we cannot go back to it again. People of Amazonia, are you not sick and tired to be deceived every year? They have brought, the other day I saw John Gute Bamenda making promises. They will always send them to come and do those promises when elections are coming. And then you foolishly go and vote for them. Then everything remains the same way. Look at the city of Bamenda. It's a shame that John Gute will even come to Bamenda with that the dust I see in that city. But before we go into talking more about this, play the video that our brother Barrister was speaking about this issue. And please just some few issues from there, because after that we'll comment on this. Then we'll let that aside. Then we have a lot of things to talk, so that we'll use just 5-10 minutes to finish up with this topic. We go on the other key issues like the lockdown in Okuchuja that General De Olebro declared. So if the studio is ready, let's get that short video from Barrister Bala Nkongo. All right, if it's not forthcoming, we might just go ahead. But I remember we have heard many of those audios from him. The reason why this one was very particular to me was he kept saying that is where he was wearing his wig, his attorney wig. I was saying there that there must be justice. There must be justice. There cannot be the form of the state to discuss. Now, I doubt how many years he said this thing, and up till now, things are still the way they are. Come Paul, are we the ones who listen to these people who make us, or they that come and talk to others make themselves fools? Who is a fool here? You said these things 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. The Republic has never discussed the form of the state. The Republic keep committing injustices in their election. Like Congress Ella was saying from there. When the former past election passed, they went there, they are fighting for advocating what? They were blowing all the grammar. Those La Republic justices don't even care what they were talking there. So who is deceiving themselves here? Let me start with you, Paul.
Since 1992, there don't be any credible election for inside La Republic. And the first question that since 1992, now Paul Biya and Mr. Paul Biya appoint all officials, from people the way they in charge of election to the people that they rig the election. So what do you expect? I know there's you know they expect me a fair person way he appoint me for them for work for you. So whatever I talk, Alex Di Pandamwele for 1992 we talk say me they don't worry. If take pay I don't get looking glass for you. I will describe how we be. I will describe how we be. How we be talk. He looking glass. He looking glass. He say he the reason I went to where they put up in front. Because your hand a bit tight. So, one, the election for La Republique no get any credibility. It no get any, when I hear, it no get, it is zero, it is minus 000, na minus 0.0000 credibility. So, more forget totally about election for inside La Republique. They don't get any credibility. So, whatever the drama where they play, so they are just playing with time. Now they check now how way they go put me. In short, they try now how how they feel present the candidature for that ancestor. For that ancestor, now how they go present candidature. Then for my brother Agbo Bala, where they call about the first question. Agbo Bala one, he call now who they can unite. Because you see, he called the Elebina, let us unite. The other people are doing what? I want to ask you, say one unite now who them? If they call Belamuki Charles, may can unite. If they call Nanalova, may can unite. If they call na Mufa Otto Mufa for Kondo, may they can unite. If they call now, I want to know that the people the way they call and may they unite, and then may they unite with who them? Because now these same people, where if you they hear about Bamenda. You will hear na grafima one can't take one land. Make grafima no be has, make grafima no do. So in the corner who they can unite and for waiting. They go leave Bulu people where they don't sweep the whole Victoria. See, the population for Victoria where I feel talk for my own sense. 60% na Bulu, but Betty Bulu. Now 40% be now, Ambazonian cities in the land are 40%. So in the call we the Bakwere Mango, she don't quiet, you know, we hear them talk about them. But when you hear they say Bamenda man they be house for some place, whoa, they don't come off, they go broke and put up a dance, say no, me Bamenda man, no one hear graphy, wait. So the first aspect, you want me you and who unite. You do unite now with who? I want to inform you. Mr. Agbo Bala, say the Ambazonia people, they be united. They be super united. Now one and indivisible people. They are united and they are already fighting for a cause, which is the liberation of their territory illegally occupied by La Republique and her terrorist military. How united we are to fight this common enemy. So we are united, we are fighting a purpose. So the unity we do call them, I don't know who that unity concern. Sometimes you just want chase cloud as usual. You are just chasing cloud, you are just calling attention to yourself as usual, so that they will call you for your own day, they will give you small envelope, say yes, go spoiler for that side. Go spoil me Mr. Paul Biya win. So one, there is no credible election can ever take place in La Republique. So bringing it into Ambazonia, now they already get their 100%. They get their 100% for inside Ambazonia. So there is no credibility. Okay, we'll go around for this, the last election since we be the fight, they come into the no one opposition, no get one council for the whole of Ambazonia. Now they occupy them. So that one for sure now, the level of infiltration where La Republic and her cronies, they infiltrate Ambazonia. Now for tell you say, no the political party activity, it will take place for inside Ambazonia. Now why that way CPJ get 100%? Now a clear sign for sure say there is a political crisis in Ambazonia. That is the one. They will do that thing, they don't know the implication. The implication of for tell the international community is a political crisis going on. How can two big more put over their region like that all occupied by CPDM? So it means say no one opposition not be there because the Amazonian government gave an order and the foreign government it imposed. So my short message for Agbobala, I don't talk more, repeat them, that the Amazonian people are one and indivisible, and they have a cause that they are fighting for, which is far more better, which is far more, I don't know which word I can even put it. It's far more advanced, far more rich than the big election to fight for. It's a lost battle, it's a lost election. It doesn't concern the Amazonian people. So I think we are united, have a common goal to chase La Republic out of Amazonia and to live in peace in an independent Amazonia someday.
Now, and some of the things we're talking there. Thank you, Comrade Paul. Studio, I meant to understand that video is ready. Why not just place a short video, I think 2 minutes. Let's hear it.
And how do you ensure the regularity of an election when the electoral code is not respected?
My people then, we don't hear. People for North don't organize themselves. People for East don't make plenty noise. Even people for South, they too don't talk strong talk. Wait till they happen, we Anglophone them. We don't try for start come together. We don't start for the make friends with other group of people.
That justice, the perception that an election can be won through the ballot box should be respected. Otherwise, we would have given credence to those who believe that no change can come through the ballot box in Cameroon. We should not make the same errors that we made in Fumba. Let us look each other in the eyes as Cameroonians and address the major issue. And to me, and to most of the other Anglophones have spoken here who've come as participants, the biggest problem is the form of a state. We would have to debate that. We'll have to discuss that. We'll have to address.
I want to tell you something. Power no go wait for anybody. Change not the best of man. If we not unite now, we will only look as other people then. They take decision for things we concern we like how it don't happen.
And how do you ensure the regularity of an election when the electoral code is not respected? Let us look each other in the eyes as Cameroonians and address the major issue. And to me, and to most of the other Anglophones have spoken here who've come as participants, the biggest problem is the form of a state. We would have to debate that. We'll have to discuss that. We'll have to address that.
Wait till they happen, we Anglophone them.
How do you ensure the regularity of an election when Article 54 sub 1 is not respected? We would raise the issue. They would have to amend things so that we address it. Because we will not come here. Our people are watching. Our people are looking. The aspirations of the people of Southern Cameroon are on us. And we need to speak on their behalf. The mothers in the bushes, the children who are not going to school, they want us to speak. We should not make the same errors that we made in Fumba. Let us look each other in the eyes as Cameroonians and address the major issue. And to me, and to most of the other Anglophones have spoken here who've come as participants, the biggest problem is the form of a state. We would have to debate that. We'll have to discuss that. We'll have to address. How do you ensure the regularity of an election when Article 54 sub 1 is not respected? We have glaring evidence. We should not make the same errors that we made in Fumba. Let us look each other in the eyes as Cameroonians and address the major issue. And to me, and to most of the other Anglophones have spoken here who've come as participants, the biggest problem is the form of a state. We would have to debate that. We will have to discuss that. We will have to...
Or would they still fight each other as Anglophones? I want to tell you something. Power no go wait for anybody. Change not the beg some man. If we not unite now, we will only look as other people then. We take decision for things we concern we like how it don't happen.
And how do you ensure the regularity of an election when the electoral code is not respected?
Studio. You can end it there. Fellow Amazonians, it is sad because while Dr. Bala was speaking, I tried to scramble out some points. And when I looked through all those points, none of those things was crying 7-10 years ago has changed. Number one, he said, how can any election be validated or accepted when the electoral code is not respected? The question we want to ask by Sabara is, what guarantee you now that the electoral code in the Republic will ever be respected or has changed? Nothing has changed. It will remain the way it is, and nothing will change it. Number two, you said no change can come to Cameroon through the ballot box. And that's true because their constitution does not guarantee any change through the ballot box. Their constitution guarantees change for them through rigging and through appointments by the president or appointment from France. France already decides who wins election in Cameroon before election begin. So there is no ballot box decision or free elections in Cameroon. You must be knowledgeable to say these truths that you know. They are your heart. I think maybe you are just behaving the way Paul said. You are saying this so that they can cut their check. Number three, you said we have. You said we should not make the 4 months error again. I want to say that we already corrected the 4 months error by taking our country back. You say we should unite. We have already united as Ambazonia and we have taken our country back. You say power is for the people. The people of Ambazonia have already united and have taken power back into their hands. That is why we don't need to be part of La Republique, because you say power is for nobody. That's true. That's why in 2016, 2017, we took back the power, our power from La Republique, and the power is in the hands of the people of Ambazonia. And that is why we are no more part of La Republique du Cameroon. I don't know. Dorothy, let me go with you now before I end from Dr. Bala's talk. 2 minutes. Let's end this and go to other programs, other things on the program. What do you gather from what he's trying to say there, Dorothy?
What I gather from what he's trying to say is what Comrade Paul said. He's just working for his paycheck. He doesn't mean what he's saying. This is somebody who was dismissed, a lecturer dismissed just for a question that he asked his students to answer about this struggle. Then he was fired. He went to national dialogue. He pleaded for federation, the form of state to be on the table. He was ignored.
He was never there.
Now you're hearing him saying the same thing. The guy is just working for his paycheck. And I would like to advise him that he needs to be true to himself. You know, sometimes you don't have to be true. You let money not make you be who you are not. Let money not make you see the truth, and then you are saying, no, it's not the truth. Let money not make you not stand for justice. Agbobala, please. Your cries have been answered. We have declared our independence. So just support us so that we'll be an independent nation. You have less stress in a free Ambazonia. There will be no stress for you. Support Ambazonians' quest for independence. The majority wins. That is the desire of the majority, Agbobala. Either you stay quiet or you support the majority. That's all I can tell, Agbobala.
Thank you. Comrade Ellen, in 2 minutes, please. Thank you. So that we can move to the next show, next program on the show.
Well, thank you, Pastor Victor. The fun is, Agbobala is somebody I know very well, my junior. I know him. That means I know he very well. Not mean as some person where I seen about TV or so. Okay, I know him very well. And you know, for Cameroon, power and paycheck now one thing. So when you there for power, you dey get this thing through corruption. So in a nutshell, I still talk for control and leisure. Agbobala one na just power. He talk of Article 54, form of a state to be discussed. We don't discuss it, we don't get Ambazonia. He talk about credibility when you don't respect the code. Now in this, he still talk again for years and more unite. Agbobala get some hint because people don't forget. That's the reason I say for this very 21st century, with all the social media, telephone, everything, internet, Google will get. Some people that is still want for a year now for some years ago, he come back for the same place. He changed his statement now. They play him for a front, they use the other statement. He just on him done they will move John Gute and he be one person where he be for that position where they fit put it like prime minister. And we get inside in 10 where they get information say that position for prime minister now will come out. He will be an advisor. So he get that ambition of a vice president of so-called Cameroon. So now all his own thing that way they push. And everybody knows at the time where they will give you some hint, say they will make it prime minister. They take it, send it for Europe. They make can see as if he convince some of us who step away from the agitation of independence. He come, he forgets the Ambazonians are very intelligent and united. He run him out inside motor where they carry, they record it, the thing go all outside. They put it under the bus. He missed that. Well, and when I remember, he missed truly, he was a candidate of a prime minister, not John Gute. Now, when Ambazonia they be thrown under the bus, he realized I'll probably realize it, he not getting no portfolio anymore. Now they go find John Gute. The John Gute is there for that position. How many times he don't go Ekondo Titi, Mundemba, all those areas? How many times he don't go there? So Amazonia just round up. We don't talk a lot about these people. That man just want a power. When he there for power, he says everybody receive the paycheck. Nobody know what they give because everybody thief and corrupt. He want make his own money for his own time where they now. But may not forget, say most of them when they don't go for that position, they don't end up for Kondengi. So maybe he look himself, as Ma Dorothy rightly said. When you support Ambazonia, when we don't come, we don't take Wimboya because we don't get the independence. Well, we don't take Wimboya. You don't get no problem. You live freely, happily. You enjoy your own country, not government. They can't talk for you. So that's all go end up now. More live it plenty.
Thank you.
Over. We make it relevant. We be irrelevant.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ella. We're going to go into the next aspect of our program today. The arrest and locking up in the jail mothers with babies less than 1 year old by the deal of Ngokutunja. This is so bad that even Equinox Television and other state medias in La Republic of Cameroon carry this news. I don't know why the government of La Republic is still keeping that colonial SDO in that position. Now, well, as much as that is a human rights abuse, which that DO needs to be indicted for, our own way to solve the problem is through our Amazonian State Army. Our General De Olebro and some of the other ones that Comrade Paul knows very well gave an ultimatum: release those women with children below 1 year old in your jails, or Ngokutunja will be locked down. I want to appreciate the boy State Army, Amazonian State Army, that also came out to reinforce that lockdown and throw their support behind the Ngokutunja forces. This should happen all over the Amazonian National Territory. How can you lock up a woman that has just given birth to a child or to little children, 2 of them in your jails? You know how dirty those jails are. You want to kill the mother and the baby? What kind of government is this? Comrade Paul, let me start with you. What is your take on this lockdown? Do you think our boys are going too far, or do you even think they are just very moderate in this lockdown?
They are even better. That it's not. They are even considerate.
Yes.
They are even considerate. Look, maybe you don't even understand the gravity of it. They took a mother with a 2-month-old baby, and they took another a 3-month-old baby.
Jesus.
2 months and 3 months. There are 7 of them. There are 7 of them. Now 7 of them where they can't catch them for that. They can't raclate them for that compound. Take and go lock her. Now, ma tell you something. Just tell like my papa a poor Karabo house for Kumba. After when I remember some incident where La Republic be invade that Kondo Titi, GHS and GBHS Kondo Titi, he unalive some students then for day. So that very evening, I will go out and make a live show. I debunk that live show. I debunk that narrative where La Republic will put us in an ambassador, they do that act. So I will come out with clear proof and evidence in at them. So they were so angry. That very night, Dio Fokumba, that Tundong Chamberlain, he sent people there. They come from my late papa house. Some few people they stay inside. They arrest all that people, then go lock up. Then they put the injunction for the house. So you see, now people where they operate now inside chaos. If you know they do foolish thing for La Republic, they don't ever maintain you like state official. If you know the thief for La Republic, they don't maintain you like state official. Man, tell you place where most of their trouble that they come out. Now when they start look for behind a chair, that's the problem there. Man, come back for the topic we now for Bui, now for Ngokutunja. These people now people where they reign in disorder and they feel say they feel do anything and they go scot-free. The deal, maybe they take that action, it no be know the counter action where go come. Maybe they take and feel say it go weaken the fighters their spirit. But they don't say sharp iron, the sharpen iron. As he come with his own, we come with a double measure. And I like the general, the Major General, they only brought a message. The betrayal by Okada people and some of these Clando driver them, it be overwhelming. But I'm making me understand, make the only brought me understand, see, the axle for enter inside Ngokutunja from La Republic be very easy. When you go from Buddha, if you want to enter inside Ambassador through Buddha, it be very simple. You go stop where you come on La Republic, stop from Buddha, you go enter Baminya. When you enter for Baminya, when you enter Baminya and Bafanji, they share boundary. Now La Republic and Ambassador that Baminya they so Bafanji they so. Once you enter Bafanji, you go down you pass Baligansen, you go down for Balikumba. From Balikumba, you fit enter, you go straight for Bamali. From inside Bafanji, you fit go down for Bambalang. So they don't spread their network them for Okada. So that when each time they call lockdown, the order their Okada, the way they enter through Buddha, they go to operate when I feel say the lockdown will be respected. But now these people the way they pass them through way Lele Lafrique, it pass them through Mbunda enter destabilize Gokutunja. So the same warning where they don't give and this time around, it don't put them down. It be so that innocent picking, that picking for 2 months, that picking for 3 months. That means say all his story start now say, tell me be there 3 months, they be lucky for prison for crime where no committer. Now we take even hear that SDO for Ngokutunja. Say you dey lock that people, they say you self you safe, you no safe. If you want show we say you be safe, relax that guard the way that they around you. It is so disheartening. It is so the crime where he commit, he that SDO, the people innocent civilian the way don't give order, may they go unalive them. If the one start follow that his own family, he go where? And if you come for inside that war, you come now we are safe. If I fight now for myself. If you want to attack me, come for me. Go for my fight. If you take the responsibility for the fight, go for the fight. So that support also from Major General Talk and Do from a very, very commendable. It be very, very commendable. And as we talk, all this action that they take place, they realized at the moment. And we talk say any Okada man, any clando, any person will go defy this order. Why those people they still there for that picking, that innocent picking they still there for prison? So on top of that, they talk say anything where you see and you take her. That's why anything.
Again.
The finding was shown to the Pastor Victor.
They are writing it to be kind because my lines here have been very terrible.
Yeah, I said it now from main studio and from main and from Ashos and from Facebook.
Right. Yes. Well, we will continue to say it as it is. Please. I want to even advise that let our women in Gokutunja, if they wait, is 1 week, I'm not ready to release those other women. Let them march to that Gokutunja jail. I don't know, Madoti, what do you think? The women in Southwest, what are in Tico? Is it Tico? Was it in I don't know where in Tico there in Amazonia, in the southern zone, that some of their children were locked up. They rallied and went to the jail. So what are the women in Gokutunja waiting for? Madoti, what can you tell them there? You cannot keep your friend in jail for more than 1 week and you just sit there.
Of course not. I think this should really enrage every Ambazonian, particularly those in Goketunja. They should be enraged and they should stand up. There is something about La Republique. I don't know whether it is because they know that they are privileged, they can get away with anything. It looks like they target, they love to target children. I bet you, even though they've caught those mothers, their eyes are on those little babies to go and sacrifice, I guess. Because I've never seen people who target children. If you look at the case in Boya, you look at the case in Kumba, between 9 and 11 years old, they went in there and they shot them. You look at the case in Bamenda, that child that just got out going back home from school, shot them. They target children. This
Don't forget
people,
Garabu.
you never know.
Don't forget Garabu.
Even Gabu, children. So I don't know whether it is for occultic reasons or whatever it is, but I hope that the human rights watch groups, they should be enraged. They should be enraged. They have to call out La Republique for this. This is how they've been operating and getting away with it. I think this time around, Amazonians everywhere should be enraged and raise up an alarm. Do whatever it is to bring it to the forefront. Let the international community see who they are supporting by being silent. I just pray that this should be a turning point for us to bring the cruelty of La Republique to showcase how they believe in child sacrifices, because I know that is what their target is. I hear they always get blood from children to use. Whatever it is, enough is enough. They should pack out of Amazonia. They're introducing terrible things to us, terrible practices to Amazonians that we never knew about. All this occultism, human sacrifices, these are strange things that they are bringing into Amazonia. And we don't want it. Let them pack and leave Amazonia with their evil.
Thank you, Mother
Thank you,
Ruthie.
Pastor Vic. Yes.
Let me read this strong statement for Friends of Amazonia in line with this very issue. Friends of Amazonia, an organization legally registered in the United States of America, strongly condemn the arrest of women in the city of Ngokotunjia who have just given birth 2 months and 3 months ago by the colonial deal of Ngokotunjia. Friends of Amazonia advocates and call on the Ngokotunjia illegal colonial deal to release these women with these infants or these children with immediate effect. Fellow Amazonians, it's quite challenging. Something like this happens and we don't hear no cry out from the so-called government. We have not heard no communique from the government. Dr. Elad, what if there is a government in Amazonia, what were they supposed to have done in this issue? Locking up children, what I'm nursing mother that have just given birth 2 months ago and 3 months ago, with 3 months old children and 2 months old children, and the so-called government is just quiet. What can you advise, and what is your take on this kind of silence? What is going on here? Dr. Elad, please.
Well, um, just as you are reading that communique from Friends of Amazonia, I just want to thank Friends of Amazonia for shouting out loud on this issue. And I want to make the Amazonia people to know that action speaks louder than word. And as you have seen it, is an association called Friends of Amazonia fighting today on behalf of the women and little children who were jailed. You know,
Or refugees in Nigeria.
or refugees in Nigeria. Thank you again for that. Yes, we have a government, but as we have already said, we are here and seeing that the compromise that some of us has been into is working, because you can't tell me with the government. We have a government in Amazonia. We have it. And what is happening? They are quiet. Look at something, they are quiet. But if it's time to go and call Njangida, they should come and give money to pay houses and buy cars, Lexus. They will be quick to make audios. But let me come to this issue of these children. See, Pastor Victor and everybody on the panelists, Amazonia, please, this is my statement, okay? This is my statement. It doesn't involve any of you. I take the responsibility that I'm working together with General, the only bro, and General Tokandu. Colonel doesn't release those people. See, he will not only go to jail, he will leave this world. And I take that I'm Dr. Ella talking. See, this thing should be recorded and put out there so that I'm living in Berlin, Germany. He will leave this world. You have Article 37. I know international law is no more respected. Everybody does, but the principles are there. And if you go and ask that son of a bitch, so-called Dio, if you ask that is doomhead, blockhead, he doesn't even know about the article, the Convention of the Right of a Child. You don't have to put any child in jail. It is stated in Article 37 of the Convention of the Right of a Child. But that one so-called Dio, because it's not a Dio and it's not a legal person, it's just somebody who is representing the mummy of dead corpse of Paul Biya. That's why he think he can do whatever and however, because he never knew what was coming behind. And as you people rightly said, it was so devastating and so confusing that even their own radio and television is reporting it, because they themselves shook their head and said, no, they can't enough happen. So I want to make it clear here that as Friends of Ambazonia have taken this, all of us have seen where Friends of Ambazonia have gone. I think the next thing is, Ma Dorothy, you are good at tweeting. The next thing is follow up that thing with a tweet. And those of you who have been in that White House to meet the government of President Trump, please continue that move. Bring this thing to them. Show it to them. Let them tell you people that yes, La République du Cameroon is more than international law. You know, I think they are so stupid, because even Israel, that is being supported in this world like what is now taken to the International Criminal Court, they will go ferry. Their own will be worse because nobody support them. So I want to say here, and I want to end here. I've said I'm taking these responsibilities. None of you are involved in this. If it happens, let them come and look for me.
Uh, uh, Dr. Ella, you don't even need to stress yourself. Let me tell you something about who he is. He is an illegal authority in Ambazonia, that colonial SDO.
Right.
He is an illegal administrator in Ambazonia. He is a military officer by virtue of his what he is wearing. He went through Inam, from Inam, he passed through the military school. So by virtue of who he is, by virtue of installation, he was installed with a military uniform. So he's a military officer. He has facilitated the unaliving of so many innocent Ambazonians. So by virtue of his position, he is a target for our fighters, because a military commander in Gokutunja, he is the commander-in-chief of the military in Gokutunja. So that is the first person that EB targeting. If we are able to target and hit him down, it's not something that take responsibility. We are at war. Ambazonia is an independent territory. And if an illegal administrator from another country comes and settle in our land, we have every right. He is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, of the terrorist armed forces of La République in Gokutunja. That is why he took that arbitrary decision to block innocent children, babies, to lock two babies.
I am saying this because we have a president who is supposed to have given those orders for that guy to be kicked to hell, packed in the back and sent to Akonolinga. No, but he sits there And so I'm taking that responsibility to do what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, no,
Thank you.
the Ngokutunja Senior Defense Council, the Ngokutunja High Defense Council has taken that decision, and which will be implemented. Anytime he is caught on site, the right thing will be done. That is why the person the council is keeping is a brigadier a company commander of another terrorist installation in Amazonia. So that one has been okay. And then when you say that it is not on, yes, how can it be on ABC when Comrade Amos, who is the chairman of Ngokutunja, is not in alignment with the illegal practices that they are doing there in ABC? I've told you, we are here talking about Amazonia from Monday to Sunday. But go there. It's not like this. Go there, you hear them talking about Russia and Ukraine. You hear them talking about Israel and Gaza. You hear them talking about Israel and Iran. Like we are a free country. We have to focus. Like this has to be on that on ABC for the next 1 week. But you will not see it there. And when you want to talk, they tell you are a blank leg. They tell you they know more than what you know. So it is obvious why they cannot talk anything about Ngokutunja on their ABC.
Thank you, Comrade Paul. Thank you, Comrade Elad. Anytime I want to talk something really hot, they must step out the internet. But to be candid, it's sad that Amazonians will still go out there to give money to a government that is doing nothing for them, has whether been compromised or whatever. They're just sitting quiet. Things are happening. Nothing is happening. Nobody's saying nothing. But either way, you cannot free part of Amazonia and don't free the other one. So whether you are mad with Ngokutunja chairman or not, if Amazonia must be free as a whole. And that is why it pains us a lot, because when you sit quiet at the eve of this kind of violent act against our children and mothers, then it's saying that something is not working in the pipeline. However, the two quick things that we want to use to close this program are, this one, I don't think we even have much to comment. I heard a recent appointment of the Fund of Bali to be part of the administration, or is it the SNA, the gas and production company that La Republique illegal government owns. They appointed the Fund of Bali as one of the board chairs, or is it one of the board chair, whatever. But we want to tell Amazonians, you might see a lot of these things happening around this time towards the election, but we want to tell you that should not move anybody. That should not move anybody, because it's a form of cajoling our people to think that they love us. They love us. And it's sad. It is very sad that after almost 70 children were killed in Bali and they burned them, a Fund of Bali can go and accept an appointment from the colonial government. Well, that is the reason why the Never Again generation will not wait for all these old Amazonian so-called elites to dictate their destiny, because they are already eating their destiny. Your destiny, over 96% of Bali youths are jobless. The fund he cares less about that, but to go and collect a position so that he come to deceive them. We want 1,000 and bread and sardine to go and vote. You can remain foolish every year. I remember last 2 years in Ghana, how a parliamentarian or a political leader loaded bags of rice and came and was distributing. The people put his bag of rice and said, go back, we don't want your bag of rice. It is that high time in Amazonia. If any politician bring anything, throw it back on his face and curse him with those things. We don't want their cursed goods. We want a free Amazonia. That's what Amazonia should be doing. From the north to west of Amazonia, east to south of Amazonia, everybody should be able to deny their demonic money and curse them out to go back with those things. Also, another thing that I was told that is happening, the colonial governor in Bamenda, in working in a company with the GEO, have abandon the site where they were killing our people and dumping at Funchal Street, the lake at Funchal Street. They have abandoned that site, and they are now dumping our people somewhere in Bamenda called Tansen. I don't know. The people of Tansen, you must raise an alarm. This is where they kill our people and go and dump now. They don't dump them anymore. When the spot at Funchal Street was exposed in that lake, now they are now dumping our people and Tansen. But the only thing I want us to talk here now before we go, Dorothy, Comrade Paul, and Dr. Elat, in concluding our program today, last week we saw President Trump turning his attention to Africa, an American president turning his attention to Africa by cutting the deal between Congo and Rwanda, that peace should reign. And then again this morning, I woke up to see that the Trump administration is inviting 5 African presidents to the White House. I don't care why they're inviting them to the White House, but for me and you and Ambazonia, we can see the fact that at least an American president has turned his attention to Africa. What appeal can you do to the American president? Any of you, please. Let me start with you, Comrade Paul. What can you appeal to the American president? Or maybe let me start with Comrade Elat. Comrade Elat, what is your appeal to the American president now that he's looking in Africa? Do you have something to appeal to him to do for the people of Africa and West Africa, whatever? What is the appeal you can give now that his attention is on Africa?
Well, thank you, Pastor Victor. There is one appeal, and that is the genuine one, is to look into the issue of Ambazonia. And my appeal to President Trump, as he is called a deal maker, we have a lot of good businesses in Ambazonia. Ambazonia inherit 65% of the economy of the so-called Cameroon, which means we fit not only La Republique, but we fit Central Africa. We have a lot. And if you want to have a good deal, come to Ambazonia. Put your eye also on Ambazonia. Those countries that you are calling, they have already secured their resources, and I don't think they have more than what we have. And if any of his administrator in the White House is listening to this ASR TV, which I hope and I know they are listening, Mr. Trump, on Ambazonia, come to us. You have all what you want, because we have the resources. We have the bauxite, we have the uranium, we have the rubbers, we have the sea, we have just everything that America needs. So my appeal is for him, for the president, to, as quick as possible, if you want to raise back the economy. I read today that the value of dollar is going down. If you want to put it back up, come to Ambazonia, and you have the friends of Ambazonia who are strong Republicans. If you think you don't know me, you know Dr. Tita, you know Dorothy, you know Pastor Victor. You guys have been there and they know you very well. You can pass this message to President Trump. Please come to us and you have a good deal. That is my appeal.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dorothy, I want to end with Comrade Paul. Dorothy, what's your take? The president just cut a deal last week with Rwanda and Congo, and now it's inviting 5 African presidents to the White House. Is that good news for the people of Amazonia? Is that some form
Yes,
of hope for the people of Amazonia, Madurity?
yes. Good news is a reason for us to be very hopeful. I even read a tweet from Antonio Guterres praising the Trump administration for taking the leadership to bring peace in Congo. So, but he left from
Yeah.
there instead of telling President Trump that there is still more, there is still another conflict there. He went talking about Gaza. So, but we believe that as he has set his eyes, he started with the east of Africa. He will soon go to the west. He will go to the central. That is where Cameroon is. And what I can tell or plead to the Trump administration is that La Republique is a strong man. La Republique is a strong man. They have their roots inside Washington with corruption. We read what Cece Buckley wrote about them, their tactics. That they paint Paul Biya as Macron's stabilizer. So according to them, anything that happens to Biya, or if Biya's regime is not in power, there will be instability in that region, which is not true. So I just want to I don't know if they're listening to us, let them know that they have people who are crooks to the core. They try to make Biya to be as if he's then they as the lady wrote that Africa's Macron, that's Paul Biya, for stability, and then they mix it with reform, painting Paul Biya as a reformist, put it in one package to confuse. So I'm pleading to the Trump administration that they should not buy any narrative that comes from lobbyists, comes from people that La Republique people. They should go, they should dig, they should find out, they should contact Friends of Amazonia for facts. We'll tell them the facts. And then they also have the strategy of neutralizing any negative perception from the Amnesty International to the Human Rights Watch group. So if the Trump administration thinks that they are going to get their facts from the Amnesty International or from the Human Rights Watch groups, they will be misled. They will be misled, because that is the tactics that La Republique and Macron, they are using to silence to erase. She wrote it as neutralizing negativity. And then they make sure that when they mention Cameroon, their focus should be only to the Boko Haram in the north, trying to suppress the conflict in Amazonia. So all attention is on Boko Haram. I just want to plead to the Trump administration that you are dealing with a crook, a well-known crook, that they have their tentacles all over the place. So you should be wise. Because President Trump, he has three aspects of his leadership that really makes him effective. First is values. He's a man of values. Peace. He's a man of peace. He said he wants to be remembered as a man of peace. And then brokering deals, partnerships. So he is the rightful leader that I believe will do the right thing when he knows the truth of the matter. And I want to plead to him that he should not compromise in any way. He should not compromise. He is for value. He should stand for values. I mean, look at La Republique. They go out, they kill children. They are occultic to the core, harassing Christian children. Let this come to President Trump to know that this is what is happening. This is the truth. This is the reality on the ground, not what lobby firms will be telling him. And that he is very good at brokering business deals. Just as Dr. Ellard has said, we have a lot of minerals. President Trump, come and broker a deal with us. We know that you are a man of value. You are a man of peace. You will not treat us the way France, Macron, they are treating us. We know that we'll have a good partnership, a good a deal with America. That is my call to the Trump administration.
Thank you, Dorothy. Congress Paul, in 1 minute, you have a plea to the Trump's administration. What do you have to say with the happenings in Africa now?
Just like I think I'll go in. I will go in line with where Dr. Ella talk. I will just add now for remind Trump, say the president for America, Donald Trump, say may he can deliver we from the hands of the French sucking system. So since 1977, we small oil it come off for Victoria. So Frenchman don't drain the oil for his own benefit. So now the time where America too can take small for that oil. Like how we the one go take mineral for Ukraine. So may send American troop them, may they come for inside Amazonia, may they can protect that oil for American interests. So we not only get that oil for America, we have so many things. Let me put this in English. We have so many natural resources in Amazonia. So we are making a very fervent appeal to the Donald Trump's government, to the government of Trump. Please, for close to 60 years, the French government, one leader after the other, have sapped out our natural resources and we see no benefit. We have no roads. We have nothing to show for. Just like the people of Dubai, from their natural resources, you see a reflection of a clean country. But the reverse is true in Amazonia. We have nothing to show. After 60 years of draining our crude oil, after 60 years of sapping our diamond and gold in Bafaka, we have no roots. We have nothing. We have been suppressed as a people. Even our basic human right is not guaranteed. So we are calling on the government of Donald Trump that a 2 months and a 3-month-old baby have been in jail for over 2 weeks now, and they are still not ready to release them for a crime that they don't know anything about. So Republicans in the Congress, Republicans in the Senate, please let our cry reach to your president. And we know is doing everything to suppress our voice at the international level because they know what they are doing behind. So we are making a special appeal to you people, to the congressmen and women, to the senators, and to the high office of the land. Please come to the aid of the Amazonian people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, fellow Congress. Thank you, fellow Amazonians. We've come to the end of this program, but before we go, we want to let the people of Amazonia know that Amazonian State Television, State Radio and Television is here to tell you the truth that you need to know and to advocate for the people of Southern Cameroon's Amazonia. And we will not be door to see that Amazonia is free. Whether the government works for you or not, it was never written anywhere that will be saved by a government. We are to be saved by Amazonians who take upon themselves to fight for the people of Amazonia to be free. And when others fall aside, God raises us new ones. And there is a breed of Amazonians that are still fighting for you, called the Friends of Amazonia. Push your case to right quarters. And we want to assure you, the people of Amazonia, that your freedom will soon be here. Don't participate in any elections in French. We are two separate countries. That is why they have never been able to discuss your issue in their parliament, because you are not part of them. People like our barrister Bala, we respect him very much, should not come and deceive people for their stomach. Stand strong, fight to the end, and we condemn the illegal occupation of La Republique in our land. We condemn the locking in jail 2 months old children of Ngokotunjia. We call on human rights to write against this deal and legal steps be taken to prosecute this deal for his evil acts to these innocent children. But if you fail to do the legal thing, karma or God will judge you. And if not, if God wastes time, our Ambazonian State Army will do their best to maintain law and order and to teach you justice. Fellow Ambazonians, God bless you all. Greetings to all of you. Thank you for joining us in the program of today. We'll be back with you again on next Monday for the program, The Awareness, once more. God bless you, Madinoti. God bless you, Comrade Paul. And God bless you, Dr. Elat. See you again on our next program. Shalom to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Come out of it. You have to listen to the Anglophones. There's a problem.
Now, the form of the state.
The form of the state. You know, in our questionnaire to Anglophones, we try to influence the Anglophone opinion, but we did not succeed. Therefore, it shows how deep the problem is.
When you say you tried to influence...
We tried to influence...
How?
Good question. When we said, what form of government do you think can solve this problem? Federation, for example. Decentralization, as we are trying to live it now. I think just about 4 or 5 people reacted out of 1,000. 69% of Anglophones said absolute, the word they used, many used was absolute separation. That is to say, cessation. What? Who was taken aback?
Cessation was not on the questionnaire. You had federalism and decentralization.
Yes.
And they ignored the two.
But then we said, have you any other proposition to make? We left it open. Have you other proposition? But many said in the questionnaire, acting on outside the questionnaire, said we should have proposed also a referendum. They said, no, a referendum is not a form of state, form of government.
And when you look at that reaction, what do you read within the lines? What would you conclude is the stand of?
We drew the conclusion. We drew the conclusion because we have a document now. The causes, the propositions of those who reacted to our questionnaire, about 1,000 people, and then our own, what we think. For those who reacted to our questionnaire, 69% are convinced that if we want to love each other, that is to say, if the Anglophones and Francophones want to live as brothers and sisters, absolute separation on the level of government, that is important.
And that is what sounds like a taboo
Our position is that everything should be put on the table. There should be no taboo. That's our own position. But not that it is our own, not that we are saying that we should absolute separation, but we say whatever the opinion of some, let us listen to him. But
secession should be on the table of discussion,
yes,
in the national dialogue.
Let them try to convince us. If they convince us, we should take it. If it's convincing. That is why I think personally.
Are you saying that if the people who are standing for secession convincingly present their point of view, President Paul Biya should accept to separate Cameroon?
Of course.
Is it feasible?
It's possible, since it is human. It's not the law of God. We were not that. We were separate. Were we not? We were.
Do you think that separation is going to solve this problem? Personally, do you think that separation can solve this problem?
Of course.
Chairman Ben Muna's take on federation.
People who talk about democracy must understand that federation is the best form of democracy. If they don't understand, they need to go back to school. It's the best form of democracy.
His call to the President of the Republic.
The president can say what he wants. He doesn't make it. He's not God. He doesn't make it. The president of this country better wake up to the real fact. This country was united by a purpose. It was not one and indivisible. It was united by the will of the people of the Southern Cameroon, not by the will of any other person.
What about the youths championing the cause?
The future is theirs. I'm 77. Mine is gone. I may die tomorrow. If they don't fight, our fathers will come from the graves to fight for them. They have the right to fight for it. The better fight, man. The better bloody fight. No liberty is gained by lying down and allowing people to walk on you.
And the students held back at home?
Let them lose 1 year of school and get a better future. What are you talking about? Let them lose 2 years and get a better future.
What then happens to the future?
Poussière à la poussière.